Mazz's expert analysis.
You insufferable 90s Red Sox dork.
Mazz's hard-hitting question.
Do any of them have fun? Do any of them like what they do?
The caller bringing knowledge to the table.
I think Noah's Marchand drew foot after hoisting that trophy above his head.
It's time to recap this 4-hour show in 4 minutes. It's the final word on Felger and Maserati on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
The final word is brought to you by Dragon Speech Recognition Software from Nuance. Use Dragon to be more productive in the new year. You talk in Dragon types. Learn more at getdragon.com. We start with Dan in Hopkinton today, who is the call of the day. A little bit of a potty mouth problem on Dan's call today. And when this is an all Bruins final word here, all hockey-related final word, I figure when we get angry Bruins calls this year, we're going to put it up against this music, which you will recognize. So here's Dan in Hopkinton.
Dan is in Hopkinton on the Bruins. Yes, Dan.
Hey, thanks for taking my call, guys.
Pleasure.
Hey, what the hell is Chris Bourque doing on the team? He did not earn a spot. They gave him that third-line position. The second they signed him, Jamie Tardif, he's 6 foot, 200 pounds down in the AHL. He's got 16 goals. Chris Bourque had 6 goals, and they gave him the job. And how on earth do you name him to the shootout?
That's close.
You go Sagan, Bergeron, Bourque. You me?
We were Dan. You can't say that on the air. Dan said, "Are you bleeping
Came
me?"
from a good place, though.
No, you're absolutely right.
A lot of ahs in this. Great call, Dan. Call anytime. Love the hot takes.
Love it.
Now, he had a little bit of a problem with his language, but I don't blame him because one of the hosts here setting the example for the program and for the rest of the callers, inadvertently using a little bad language today of his own. Michael Felger.
Yeah.
Last night, Philadelphia fell to 0-3. They were playing the Devils. And by the time you got to the second and third period of that game, Laviolette started emptying out his bench, and you had about half dozen, 8 fights, something like that. It was a bloodbath. It was great. I don't know if you watched it. It was on the NBC Sports Network there. It was fabulous. It was just they gooned it up because Laviolette knew we're 0-3 and one more. And, literally you can start thinking like you're in a deep hole that is hard to climb out of. That's where it's hard to get back points that you lose early in the season.
Choose your words carefully. Careful there, Mike.
I didn't get it until I didn't get it.
You didn't even realize you said it.
I didn't realize I said it.
Yeah, clearly. Zoe.
I put... Do you think people understand what happened?
Yes.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
a deep bleep hole.
like if I put a 20-foot pool in my backyard, I would say that is a deep-ass pool.
Right.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I was talking about the Rangers being in
You know what I mean?
Yes.
That thing is Olympic size. That is one deep-ass pool right there.
That is deep. Deep. And typically they make...
Hard to get out of that hole.
Right. And typically they make pools by digging holes in the ground.
Yeah.
Right. So I would say it's okay to call it a deep-ass pool. I just wouldn't...
Right. I didn't get it.
Okay, there you go.
Right. Exactly.
I didn't put two and
Move
two
on.
together.
To crawl out of there, though,
exactly.
I mean, you're so deep in there. So it's hard sometimes.
No, an 0-3 start is trouble.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's not where you want to be. This final piece of today's final word is a throwback to...
Deep hole.
Yeah, deep. Very deep. Throwback to a year ago. Had to go deep into the archives. Deep.
This is hockey-related?
To find this one. Hockey-related.
So this was a year ago today?
A year ago today, Tim Thomas stiffed the White House.
Oh, great. Love it.
And so Squeaky Mazz makes a bonus appearance today on a Wednesday show. Here's Squeaky
I
Mazz.
recanted this the next
whatever.
day.
Yeah,
I did.
It lives on in infamy.
Roll it.
Do we have to politicize everything now? Because the last time I checked, a championship team getting invited to the White House was sort of a courtesy and a tradition. It doesn't mean anything politically. No matter who the president is, if you've won a championship, and this is true of even college teams, you get invited to the White House. Cool. Let's go see what the place looks like. Secondly, if you have an issue with our government being too big, too intrusive, taking away the liberties of the people here, then go live somewhere else. You can work here and go live somewhere else. There's lots of people that do that. Hell, most guys in the NHL are not American. So you know what? Go live in Canada. Go live in Finland. I really don't care. But if your problem with it is the way the government is intrusive, then leave. Don't live here. But if you don't like it, leave.
Love it.
It's just trying to suggest that we all have choices.
Yes, go live in Finland.
Love it or leave it, says Mazz.
All right, so that's going to put the Raps on a very uneven program today, I think.
So it's uneven about it.
It was just, it's a tough transitional day. We're not going to do this thing. We could show up here every day and talk Patriots for 4 hours if we wanted, but I don't even want to sit here and bitch about one loss for 4 hours a day, 5 straight days.
No.
We've got to try and move on to other things.
I agree.
You did a good job of that today.
Even if no one wants to talk about them or listen to them, I think you still have to do it. Which made for a rough transitional day. Bye, Comcast Sportsnet. We're back at it tomorrow at 2. It's just,
it's a dilemma, Mike. I would go so far as to call it a deep-ass dilemma.
yeah, you know what I mean? I mean, if we came out tomorrow and said we're doing 4 hours on the Patriots secondary, we could fill all 4 hours and do all 4 hours on the Patriots safety position.
I want a safety.
But I don't want to do that.
Okay. We don't have to. I mean, I'm not a tyrant when it comes to that kind of stuff.
How about Dwayne Bowe?
You don't want to do it, I'm not going to force you, okay?
But shouldn't we try and talk about other things?
Yes.
Bruins, Rangers, Knicks, Celtics.
Yeah, and Phil Mickelson might pop up tomorrow, too.
Oh, can he go live in Finland too, man?
If he wants.
Maybe Cam Neely tomorrow.
What's the tax rate in Finland?
So that's the deal. We're going to be back on tomorrow at 2. Adam Jones, what do you have coming up on your program?
Well, fortunately, we don't have to fill quite 4 hours on the show tonight. We're taking you right up to Bruins and Rangers. So with the Bruins on this 2-0 start, we're going to evaluate, how impressive this start is and what a second win over the Rangers would mean for the Bruins.
There you go. Take that hotness and put it in your pipe and smoke it. 617-779-0985.
Blow that hotness up your skirt.
To give Adam Jones
Good show plan,
a
Jones.
ring right there. Woof. Scorching. Don't touch that mic because it is hot.
Woo.
No commercials here, then you get Jones. See ya.
It's about blood flow to the area, right?
So I flip-flopped.
It's about blood flow to the area, right?